Hey everybody, it's Peter from the Kia Hyundai channel, and we finally have some information on the 2023 Kia Soul. So what we actually have is the vehicle price and ordering guide. Now, I'm not sure quite now if we can order this vehicle, but obviously if you're interested in this vehicle, there'll be a link in the description. You can reach out to me. I will connect you with our sales team, and they will tell you where we're at with ordering of this vehicle right now. Right now, there's no pricing on here, so you're probably just gonna get put onto a list so we can order one when they are available, but they are coming and they're coming soon. And what I've done for this video is, instead of just going through the spec sheet here, which is an internal document which I can't show you, but I can talk about, I've also found the pictures on the American media site, which is what the Americans released just previous to what we've released here in Canada. And we're gonna go through both some of the specs that I see here, which this sheet I already found an error in here, at least one, maybe there's more. And we're also going to compare some of what I see here so that we can get a little bit better idea of what's going on and what's coming up with the Kia Soul. So Kia Soul, essentially the same basic vehicle. Now in the United States, they did cancel that turbo engine, and we never had that in Canada. So it's not something that really affects us in any way. The trim lines may look different here. I don't have the Canadian marketing information at all, but this is going to give us a basis to kind of build off of. And I'm going to tell you sort of what's in the trim lines. Now, when I say there's an error in here, a lot of time they tell us in these forms what's been added or deleted. And one of the things that they say has been deleted is LED projection headlights. Now, the Kia Soul in Canada never had projection headlights. It had what's called MFR LED lights. So again, a couple little things. These documents are known to have some errors along the way. They get corrected as they get closer to a final version. Like I said, as far as a vehicle price and ordering guide, which is what this is, it actually doesn't have pricing or anything. So we can't really determine a whole lot on here. So we've got some new colors, it looks like. We've got Fusion Black, which I believe was also on this Sportage, if I'm correct. We have a Surf Blue, and we've deleted the Onyx Black. So basically a new black, and I think this is the Surf Blue here. There is a two-tone roof here. I don't see any mention of that in the Canadian specs. That's kind of par for the course. The Seltos has a two-tone roof, or a two-tone, contrasting roof color in the United States. We don't have that in Canada either. So I'm gonna go through some of the pictures in a minute, but let's just go through some of the specs. Trim lines: LX, EX, EX Plus, EX Premium, and GT line. And these are all IVT. In other words, you cannot get a Kia Soul in Canada with a manual transmission anymore. Don't blame us. Kia Forte 5, we had it available last model year with a manual transmission, and here at Brantford Kia, we didn't sell any of them. We tried to, but we didn't. So you guys just aren't buying manuals. That's why we don't have manual transmissions anymore, and I'm to blame as well. I didn't buy a manual transmission. So still the same carryover engine, and really this is a carryover car. It's a refresh. What that usually means is they add some technology in here. They change the plastic bumpers front and rear, and they keep a lot of things kind of the same. So in this refresh, you're gonna get some nice things. The LX is essentially, from what I see here, a carryover model. Again, it's gonna have that new look, which we'll show you in the pictures in just a second here. Heated side view mirrors. A lot of people ask me about it. Does every Kia Soul have that? And it does. You turn them on with the button for your rear defrost. So those kind of things, air conditioning, of course, power windows, power locks, those kind of things. The dual level cargo floor, which we've still had. The 8-inch display with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. All of that's still there. Cruise control, steering wheel audio controls, a 4.2-inch LCD screen in the middle, which we're gonna talk about that display screen as we get moving up. Move up to the EX model, EX IVT. That's where you kind of get, this is sort of the volume trim is what they're calling it in Canada. You get the forward collision avoidance assist, lane follow assist system. So what we're talking about here now is, let's see if I can get to a little bit different spot. You're gonna have a camera up here like you did in the previous Soul. There's a radar plate on some of these cars, but the camera now gives you that lane keeping assist and lane follow assist. It's a separate system, or at least it will likely be a separate system. So you have that steering wheel button on your steering wheel. The Kia Soul kind of had lane keep, lane follow. They kind of called it both at one point. The proper new advanced system, lane keep, sees the lane markers, and it can bounce the car sort of back and forth within lane markers. In other words, if you want to steer the car yourself, but if you're not paying attention and you come to the lane marker, it will bounce you back in. That's lane keeping assist. Lane follow assist doesn't need to be over 60 kilometers an hour, and you will have that system in this vehicle where you touch a button and it can keep it centered in the vehicle. Now again, I'm making some assumptions. When I see lane follow assist, I'm assuming that it now comes in line with the other vehicles that we have. with the same lane follow assist system. And you can sort of see some of that in the pictures here. But again, we haven't got Canadian pictures, and we've only got some wording in here which tells me what it should be like. But lane follow assist is the big thing on that EX. New wheels, and then in the EX it adds the LED MFR headlights. So that is similar style headlights. Remember the Kia Soul used to have sort of a straight line across here? Now you've got these daytime running lights that wrap around, and then LED headlights in there. We will show you some pictures in here, and maybe we just had that on the previous picture. Yeah, that's the non-LED headlights there. So we'll show you a couple more pictures through here as we go through there. That's the EX model. Wireless cell phone charger is also in the EX model, which again, I'm a big fan of. You also have the LED taillight. So the EX has all those LED type functions that you kind of want. Outside, it just looks, it's a looker. Now it may not look exactly like this. This has a lot of body color on the bottom. We'll show you again. This is the only one I have, the only picture I have to go by. So there are some reasons why this won't be the EX model, but you will have some of these features like those LED lights. Leather wrapped steering wheel, which means it'll likely be heated. I don't see that here, but I'm sure it probably will be. Well, maybe it's not. No, heated steering wheel, there we go. So heated steering wheel, and there we go. So we'll move through, we can talk about some more features there as we go through. EX Plus adds a 17-inch alloy wheels, which we'll show you the wheels in a second, and a sunroof. So EX and EX Plus, basically the same car. There may be some visual differences between the two, especially the wheels, that kind of thing. You're going from a 16-inch alloy wheel to a 17-inch alloy wheel, and you're adding a sunroof. Kind of a nice jump up there. EX Premium, you jump the wheel size again to an 18-inch wheel. Then you add the dual zone climate control, so it's an automatic dual zone climate control, auto dimming rear view mirror, and then you get in that EX Premium that 10.25-inch display screen. That's the wide screen. So again, not as big as the new Sportage, which has a 12.3-inch screen, or the EV6, but the 10.25-inch screen, which is all the same software. Kia Connect, which used to be known as Kia Yuvo Intelligence. This will be where you have the ability to remote start your car from your cell phone app and do a whole bunch of other features as well. Mood lamps are in that car, and the smart key with the push button. So every other one will have push buttons on the key fob, but it'll be a jackknife style key, or likely a jackknife style key. This EX Premium will add the push button start. So that's where you get there. And then you go to the GT line, which is the top of the line now. It is the smart cruise control, so that's where you'll have this radar plate down here in the front. That's probably what this car actually looks like. Smart cruise control, the advanced forward collision avoidance assist with junction turning, highway driving assist, the electronic parking brake in that car, so every other one will probably have a handbrake. GT line exterior accents, which is what we're seeing here. LED fog lights. So I don't see fog lights here, although they could be down there. Again, this is an American model. And again, some of this information could be incorrect. We could see some things. The Harman Kardon premium sound system, the D-cut steering wheel, so the flat bottom steering wheel, leather seats, power front seats, ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, and then red interior accents and stitching and door accents. So we don't have interior pictures of that one exactly, but we'll show you through. Let me just show you what the wheels look like. I'm gonna come around to the camera because I have no real great way of showing you this, but I can show you this document here. There's your 16-inch wheels. That's the base model car. Move up to the EX, they look quite nice. And then you get into those 17 inches, which is a new design, more modern. And I think that EX is actually a slightly updated design as well. EX Premium, larger again, a little bit more modern take on a very similar wheel that we have on our EX Premium now, just a little bit different. And then again, the 18-inch GT Line Limited, which again is what you're looking at on the TV screen beside me. Those are the 18, and you can see the tire sizes in there as well. 235, 45, 18s, 215, 55, 17, 205, 60, 16 for the two smaller ones. So that's kind of your wheels. Now let's take a look at a couple things that I'm seeing here. We'll throw the spec sheet aside for a second. I want to run through here. So here you go. This again is our GT line, but it doesn't have those LED lights. This is what our LX lights will probably look like. Again, no daytime running lights around. They're just sort of a halogen light. Really sharp looking car like that. You do have the Kia logo. Instead of having it up on the hood here, which is where we used to have it, you now bring it into this sort of glassed out or plastic section. It looks like glass, but it'll be a plastic section in there. So again, a mix here of the American media car versus what we're gonna have in Canada. Again, you won't have this body style with some of these blue trims here without having the LED lights, but you can kind of see what they look like there. Keep going through here. Again, same car now, but we go back to those LED lights in there. Again, don't have contrasting roof. This one does have a roof rack. I don't see a mention of a roof rack here, so the Kia Soul had a roof rack, then they took it away. There's no models in the 2022 model year that you can have a roof rack with, but this one does have it, so we'll have to keep an eye on if that's coming with the car. Moving through again, just kind of some more views there. It's got a nice looking grille again on that this particular trim line. Again, you can see that Kia logo in the front. We want to move to the interior. So here's your rear lights. They do look slightly updated to me over what we have on our current Soul. Looks like there's some extra black line kind of thing in here. But those are LED lights. So while I think the elements are probably the same, like the actual lighting pieces, the framing around them with this little bit of a black line through there might be slightly different. So, and you know, just depends. And again, center exhaust here on this GT line model. Now, I don't know if we'll get that in Canada. If we do, it would likely only be on the GT line, but that is obviously a different look for us. That's what the Americans had in the turbo model before. Again, we don't have a turbo model anymore. So it'll be interesting to see if that makes it there. We'll have to keep following it out. There you go. So you can see the sunroof there, little sunroof, roof rails there as well. Keep rolling through here. There you go. You can see, yeah. So the lights do look identical to what we have right now. Again, you can see that center exhaust again there. Keep moving through, rear view. So of course, new logo. All this looks very, very similar. Probably shared body parts compared to what we have right now. But again, new bumpers here. We're going to show you the Soul logo in just a second here. Inside, this is the rear. So this is the driver's seat, passenger seat. You're sitting in the rear seat, and that's their armrest in the middle. And you have USB-C ports now. I would expect that to be, at least in the higher trim levels. I don't know which trim will have USB ports in the back, but these are showing USB-C. Of course, we always used to have USB-A ports in the back, so updated ports there. You'll see the same thing here. It's not push-button start. We would have heated and ventilated seats in this general area on our vehicles. There's the red stitching on here. There's red stitching there, which again would be indicative of our GT line. And then in here, there is a USB and USB-A port there, automatic climate control. So again, some of the same stuff in here. There is a difference. I don't know if you can see it clearly. You probably can't in this picture. The digital dash now. So when we said that 4.2-inch display, the 4.2-inch display is in the center here above the steering wheel. We've seen that sort of before. Kia Sportage is a good reference point for what our dash is now going to look like. Left side tach, left side speedometer, right side tach, and it is more of a digital looking display here. The only ones that used to have sort of this similar type of digital display was the EVs in the past, the Soul EV. And of course, I have no information on the next generation Soul EV, but we can kind of learn a lot from what we're seeing here. So D-cut steering wheel here. In here, these steering wheel buttons have changed. And when I say the lane follow assist button is here, I can see it here. You won't be able to see it through your picture. It is very fuzzy, but again, being a Kia nerd, I do pick out some of these things. So you will have proper lane follow assist button on the steering wheel to get in line with the rest of our vehicles now, as opposed to just the lane keeping assist down here. Again, maybe some different buttons down there, but again, pre-production media pictures, it's kind of hard to tell. Some of these are a little different. There's your 10.25-inch screen. So again, it's in the dash. Some of you don't like having that screen sit up above, like on the Kia Seltos or the Kia Forte. If you want it in the dash, the Kia Soul offers that for you. Up here, looks like our Kia Connect buttons up there on the mirrors still. And over here, you still have what looks to be a sunglasses holder, which I know if you are a Kia Seltos fan, that's one thing you guys always say that you wish your Seltos had. You still have that in the 2023 Kia Soul. So that's kind of the basics there. Very much a carryover vehicle, but just some little differences, especially those buttons in the steering wheel that kind of bring things in line with where we're at. There's just a stylish rear view. There's some of the new wheels there. New Kia logo, of course, as well. And GT line, so this is the same badge they're using on something like the Kia Sportage right now, 2023 Sportage. And then the Kia Soul badge looks to me to be an updated badge. There's one more thing I probably should have shown you. I might have to go back. There's that center exhaust. Again, I don't know. It doesn't really indicate here, not that I'm seeing anyways, of any kind of center exhaust. But if they do it, that's what it'll look like. And it'll probably be on the GT line only. Out front there again, this is the top line dash or top line grille according to my guesses, with the lower line lights there. So again, different thing. Have to see if that Kia logo is indented, if it's printed on, maybe it's printed on the inside of that plastic lens across there. So we'll have to see how that comes. Can't really see from that picture. There's your wheels again. And if we can get to the rear of the car, more wheel pictures. Interior shots. Now this is blue. I don't think that's your mood lighting. I don't think it's the whole panel. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think that's a blue trim line that again would be American. I don't think we're gonna see that in Canada like that. A little more of a digital dash picture, same thing with the buttons on the dash. Again, hard to see there. Let's come right through to rear seat trunk space again. Looks very tiny here. It's gonna be the same trunk as what we have now. That panel is closing. the way they took this picture with the wide angle, you can see we fit a full teddy bear when we do our teddy bear test in the back of the sole. It's gonna be the same thing for this sole. It's the same basic body. Wireless phone charging right there. There's your USB-C right there we talked about earlier, USB and 12 volts. You got the full selection there. Interesting if you'll be able to upgrade your old, like I have a current Kia Soul. I wonder if I can get that piece for my Soul. Who knows, maybe I can, maybe I can't. But yeah, wireless charging up top there. So, and again, Kia Soul EV is a little bit different layout here, and we'll talk about that as we see that one. So that's all that. Let me just go right back to the side view of the outside of the car. One thing that has changed is, if we can go back to the right spot, we do expect that the Kia Soul on the side, there we go, is no longer right there. So we used to have the Kia Soul labeled up in this area there. In the initial Souls, it was kind of indented. On the EV Souls in later model years, they put that sort of aqua kind of color, that EV greeny kind of color up there. Right now there's no Soul labeling up there, and I think that's because the body style speaks for itself. Am I going the right way? We're gonna go back here. So if we can go back to the side of the car wherever we can, you'll see the full overview of the outside. Everything's zoomed in, of course. And you will see, let's go back one more time. Oh, it's holding up on me. Oh, I went the wrong way. Point being, there's your Kia Soul. So again, I have the specs. You can contact your salesperson to go over the specs. The big thing about these documents is they tell us that these things can change over time. Things, could come out a little bit differently. What do I have here? I have pictures. There's nothing on here. Premium paint charge is expected to be about $250 on most of the colors. In fact, every color except for Fusion Black. So there's a $250 paint charge, probably for some of these metallic type paints. I will show you those colors in just one second. Exterior colors is, there's a lot here. No, I have 2 pages that are identical. So they've actually put in 2 of the same pages. So there's our surf blue. We'll show you that in just 2 seconds here. Everything else is the same. So yeah, we can show you this page. All right, so here's the coloring. All right. There's white and black, that's Snow White Pearl, we have that, Fusion Black, Inferno Red, Neptune Blue, which we've had in the past, Gravity Gray, and Surf Blue, which again, Surf Blue absolutely is the color we're looking at today. So that is the document I'm not supposed to show you. It is the details that we have. Everything, powertrain's the same, so it's 147 horsepower, 132 foot-pounds of torque. It's the IVT transmission, 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7 on the highway, 7.9 combined. It's the same engine, same body style, just some upgraded bumpers, some upgraded features, and that is your 2023 Kia Soul. So if you want to know more about this car, subscribe to this channel, because as this car comes out, we're going to cover every trim line, we're going to cover every detail, including the technology. There will be a lot more to show you that they don't list in my spec sheet and in the initial pictures, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure we show you everything in detail. So make sure if you're interested in this car, you hit subscribe. Also, if you want to reach out to our sales team and get on the list or talk to them more, there'll be a link in the description to connect to me, and I will connect you with our sales team. So thanks everyone for watching. That is the 2023 Kia Soul.